Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel, and today we will be talking about the customized impact of Saturn Sade Sati on all the moon signs. Guys, as you know that I generally randomly pick up the topics for my channel. So it's Saturday today. At the time when I'm uploading this video, I keep fast on Saturdays as well for appeasing planet Saturn. So I was just thinking about making a video on the topic of Shani Devata only, planet Saturn only. Then this occurred to me that I have not talked about the Sade Sati concept customized to different moon signs. So we could have a discussion on that. Because guys, if I were to say that out of all the astrology events and alignments, which yoga in the transit is responsible for completely changing the course of our life or giving us some substantial results, so Sade Sati can be put on the top of that list. Guys, because obviously Saturn is a slow moving planet. It transits and it changes signs after 2.5 years of time. So obviously there's going to be a major impact over there. Saturn is the planet of justice. It has got the control over all of our actions, our karma, and the result of those actions as well. And guys, why to go very far? Like, even if I have to share my last 2 days as well, like at the time when I'm uploading this video, moon is conjunct with Ketu. So 3 events which I can share over here, which was the part of my theme yesterday. So firstly, my sister messaged me, hey, could you wish me luck? I have to organize and oversee one of the puja which one of your subscriber has booked in order to appease the yoga which this person has in his or her chart through Vedic ritual. And yesterday only I got this audition from my agent where the character is supposed to be playing the role of a Hindu priest which is getting a Hindu marriage organized. He's performing a Hindu marriage, and over there they are looking forward to someone or an actor who can also recite Sanskrit shlokas efficiently, clearly. And thirdly, if I were to say, somehow I came across one of the channel which has uploaded very deeply insightful preaching videos of Osho. And you know, I'm a kind of person that who look forward to a lot of inspiring stories as well. So in that channel, the preaching and the stories of Osho which I came across, not only they were very soul awakening, elevating, but also filled with humor, filled with interesting stories as well. So this is how planet holds a key to impact us on day-to-day basis. And when we talk about Sade Sati, so that means if Saturn is coming on that same similar alignment almost after 30 years of time, so that means there is something substantial which has in store for you. So okay guys, now and it's not only that guys, not only on our personal life basis as well. I already mentioned this thing at the in a lot many of my videos that the combined energy of this year 2023 is of Ketu. You will make a sum total, you'll get the number as 7. And it was yesterday's news only where this Silicon Valley bank crash news which was doing the rounds. So yes, this is how planets influence us, whether on a mundane, on a global level, or whether in our personal lives as well. So okay guys, now talking about the Sade Sati. So for all of my loving audience who are completely new to astrology, so the concept is very simple. Whatsoever your moon sign is, whenever Saturn enters the 12th to it, that is a time when your Sade Sati begins, because Saturn stays in one sign for 2.5 years of time. When Saturn is 12th to your moon sign, so let's say for example, as you can see in this reference chart that this person has got Aries ascendant, Aries rising, but the moon sign of this person is Cancer. So when Saturn will transit the Gemini sign, that means this person who has got Cancer moon sign, his or her Sade Sati has now begun. So Saturn stays in one sign for 2.5 years of time. So 2.5 years when Saturn is in the Gemini, then Saturn will move to the Cancer. So those are 2.5 years, and when Saturn will move to the next sign, which is Leo. So 2.5 years as well. So 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 7.5 years of time is calculated and considered as the time of Sade Sati. Sade Sati is always calculated from the moon sign. There is a logic for that, because guys, Saturn is definitely important planet for all of us, because our profession, our actions, our hard work and result of that in the form of titles, authority, power, inheritance, all these domains are being controlled by the planet Saturn. Like how long we will live, even longevity is controlled by the planet Saturn. So when we talk about Saturn's influence from the Lagna, it has got a say in creating obstruction, giving you rewards of your good deeds, power, authority. All of that domain can be seen from the Lagna. But when we talk about from the moon sign, it is the part of your stored karma which gets delivered to you. And over here, whatsoever Saturn is going to deliver to you from your Lagna, you still have a control over there. But whatsoever karmic planets, whether it's Saturn, Rahu or Ketu, they in transit, they kind of, when they come in a specific alignment from our moon sign, so those events tend to remain very difficult to evade. Now if planets are in this condition to give you something good, something substantial, something big, and that is getting promised from your moon sign, possibility of that coming to you tend to remain very strong. And yes, if planets are making this alignment, Saturn Sade Sati from the moon sign is creating this alignment in your chart, a yoga of imprisonment, a yoga of defamation, a yoga of losing someone within your immediate family member. So that is something which cannot be evaded. That is the only reason Sade Sati gets calculated from the moon, and doing remedies, remaining cautious, being patient tend to remain very important whenever Saturn is in that stage. Because guys, we say that Saturn Sade Sati could also be understood as like when the karmic trial is going on in your life, all of your actions, not only from this lifetime but past so many lifetimes, are going to be judging you, and basis the integrity of your actions, intentions of your actions, results will be delivered to you. Now guys, over here, like the way people say this thing, that Sade Sati means it's going to be a time of misery, it's going to be a time of delays, frustration. So that is not the case. Everything depends on what role Saturn is playing from your moon sign. Now just guys, because we will be having our discussion from the point of view of Sade Sati, so now for a while forget the Lagna. Now we will just be focusing on the moon sign. So what role Saturn plays in your life, that will become very important. Second thing is that what is the kind of dashas you will be going through at the time of your Sade Sati. That is the second key point. Third key point is individual role of Saturn in your life and its dignity, its placement in your chart. Let's say for example, for someone who is going through the Sade Sati, second thing is that this person is also going through the Saturn Dasha as well. So now these two information is sufficient enough that this person is completely in the command, in the control of the planet Saturn. So all the remedies, all the cautionary things which are attached with the Saturn, this person has to follow in the form of staying very patient and being very disciplined, working hard, not getting frustrated if he's not getting any quick results in any domain or area of life, staying very humble, trying to help people as much as possible, and living a very simplistic, realistic, contented life. And apart from that, visiting Lord Shani's temple, worship of Lord Hanuman tend to act as a panacea, the best remedy for dealing with the effects of the planet Saturn. So, and apart from that guys, if you will find that the moon sign is kind of very harmonious to the planet Saturn, individually Saturn is in a dignified state in the chart. And let's say, for example, this person is also in the profession which is connected with the planet Saturn. This person is working in the fields of he is a politician, he is working in the fields of labor union, working in the iron industry, coal industry, mining industry, or this person is a surgeon, or this person is an astrologer connected with the spiritual psychic field, he is an explorer. Then definitely, if the actions of this person is completely filled with righteousness and with all these eligibilities getting fulfilled, Sade Sati can actually give this person position, power, and can take him to the peak of his chosen field as well. So do not be in this mindset that the moment you get to know that, oh my god, Saturn is approaching towards my moon sign, my Saturn Sade Sati is going to begin, so that means now everything is going to come to a halt and I will be only receiving the bad results. That is completely baseless thing to say. Now guys, over here as well, it's not only the Saturn Sade Sati which has been mentioned everywhere in the Shastras as well, beyond doubt, because when it comes down to certain concepts like Kal Sarp Yoga, which is a lot of times debated amongst the scholars, that there is no mention of Kal Sarp Dosha in the Shastras. So what is the authenticity of that yoga? But when it comes down to Sade Sati, definitely it is mentioned everywhere. Saturn's Dhaya, like when Saturn from your moon sign, it goes to your 4th house and the 8th house. A lot many people say that this is also a time of difficulties and obstacles, but I would say that the 4th house axis and from the moon sign, Saturn's transit to the 4th house and the 8th house has more to do with the emotional turmoil. And when we talk about like I have lately come across a lot many astrologers also talking about that from the moon sign, Saturn's transit to the 5th house is also time of difficulty, pressure, depression. So I do not find much relevance over there. But out of all these alignments which I just mentioned, Sade Sati, when Saturn is transiting from the 12th sign from your moon sign, it is transiting right over your moon sign, and when it is transiting the next sign, this 7.5 years time period could be a time of make or break for someone. So okay guys, now let's shift our discussion to understanding its impact customized to all the moon signs. So guys, starting first with the Aries moon sign people. So guys, the way you have to see this is that which all sign is falling 12th from you and next to you. So now the way it has been mentioned in lot many books is that, and what I have also seen in my research as well in practically consulting people, so that the first phase tend to remain very normal, because that is the time when Saturn is transiting to the Pisces sign. So the first phase for the Aries moon sign people of Sade Sati tend to remain normal, but the second phase tend to remain very painful. There is no doubt to that, because Saturn is debilitated in your moon sign. Now guys, again with that said, you have to take into consideration, let's say for example you are a Aries moon, Saturn is transiting right over there in your on your natal moon. Along with Sade Sati, your Saturn Dasha is also on, and your actions are very questionable, are filled with too much of the headstrongness, too much of the concerns of ego. Then this can be a time of lot of problems and miseries for that person. And after that guys, the third phase is when Saturn transit to the Taurus, the next moon sign from your moon sign. That is a time, or the third phase of Sade Sati for the Aries moon sign people is considered as very auspicious. Now guys, after that comes the Taurus moon sign people. So guys, in your case, the first phase of Taurus moon sign is when Saturn is transiting in the Aries, where it is debilitated. Now, like the way we say this thing that for the Taurus and the Libra people, Saturn is a very favorable planet. It is a Raj Yoga Karaka planet. But even after that guys, the first phase of the Saturn Sade Sati for the Taurus moon sign people tend to remain kind of very painful. The second phase tend to remain painful as well. A lot many times it has been seen that because Saturn has come out of a very debilitated state, that too when it was transiting to your 12th house. So the time period will be less painful as compared to the first phase, but second phase tend to remain very pressure giving to a lot many Taurus moon sign. But guys, the way they rebound, like when we talk about the third phase of Sade Sati for the Taurus moon sign natives, this is a time of very rapid progress for the Taurus moon sign natives. Now guys, for the Gemini moon sign, guys, in your case the first phase tend to remain very auspicious. Like a lot many times it has been seen that birth of some new idea or some awaited investments or clearance in your obstacles towards any of the business aspiration. So generally the first phase of the Sade Sati for the Gemini moon sign natives tend to remain auspicious. Second phase, when Saturn is transiting right over there on your moon sign, tend to remain filled with regular sequence of events. A lot will be dependent on what kind of actions you are doing, what is the dignity of Saturn in your chart, what kind of dashas are active on you. But generally this is a phase which tend to give kind of regular results. But guys, the third phase of the Sade Sati, when Saturn has moved to the Cancer in your second house from your moon sign, tend to remain little bit painful. A lot many times it has been seen that people tend to have issues within the family or family assets. A lot many people go through dispute in all these areas. Now guys, for all the Cancer moon sign people, so guys, in your case, as you can see over here, the first phase of the Sade Sati tend to remain filled with regular course of events. Not much of the obstacles generally come in the first phase, but once Saturn transit right over there on your moon sign, so second phase tend to remain little bit painful for the Cancer moon sign people. And the third phase, when Saturn transit to the second house to its arch enemy Leo, that is a phase which could be filled with some sort of painful events as well, specifically pertaining to the family, immediate family members, family assets and all. After that guys, when we talk about the Leo moon sign people, so guys, in your case, like when Saturn is transiting to your 12th house from your moon sign, the first phase of your Sade Sati tend to remain filled with sort of painful sort of events, like too many expenses, losing out people from your life, some sort of experiences of life and death. And let's say for example, if basis your chart, basis your actions, anything to do with the entanglement with the law or imprisonment is also getting applicable or qualified, generally the first phase is capable enough of bringing that as well. After that guys, the second phase tend to remain with the similar sequence of events. Saturn has come to your first house to make you humble, grounded and realistic, to tone down your ego and sense of self. But guys, the third phase, when Saturn moves to the second house from your moon sign, tend to remain filled with auspicious events. After that guys, when we talk about the Virgo moon sign natives, so guys, in your case, the first phase of the Sade Sati tend to remain filled with some sort of painful events, because that is a time when Saturn is there in your 12th house from your moon sign in the sign of its arch enemy. So this is a time which is capable enough of bringing the concerns of health, losing out people, concerns of getting entangled in lawsuit and all. So first phase is something when Virgo moon people have to remain very cautious, careful. When Saturn transit to your right over there on your moon sign, the second phase tend to remain filled with regular course of events, but the third phase tend to remain filled with very progressive events or rapid progress in the life. Now guys, for the Libra moon sign natives, in their case, the first phase tend to remain very progressive. Minute Saturn will transit to your 12th house, a lot many times people remain open towards new ideas, new investments, exploring new market, new terrain, new domain. So right from the time when the Sade Sati begins, it tend to remain responsible for some progressive ideas or thoughts or planning for the Libra moon native. The second phase tend to remain very, very auspicious. I've seen lot many people progressing, getting a ticket to any political seat, or receiving the recognition, award, accolades for all the good work they have been doing for the society, for the community. And guys, even after that, the third phase also tend to remain very progressive. So in majority of the cases, Libra moon sign natives, they generally grow very rapidly whenever their Sade Sati comes. Now guys, for all the Scorpio moon sign people, so guys, in your case, as you can see over here, that the first phase of the Sade Sati tend to remain very progressive for the Scorpio moon sign people, because this is the time when Saturn is exalted in the 12th house from your moon sign. So birth of new ideas, exploring new terrain, new markets. But again guys, this is a time when planets are in a state to support you. There could be those cases where powerful people are giving their backing, giving their support from behind the screen. But how well you channelize all these contexts and all these opportunities will decide the next chapter of your encrypted fate. Because guys, the second phase tend to remain a little bit painful, and lot is dependent on your own actions. Let's say for example, if you have been involved in secretive, clandestine kind of activities, then the second phase of Sade Sati tend to remain very painful for the Scorpio moon sign natives. But guys, when we talk about the third phase, when Saturn is finally exiting or leaving you from its clutches, tend to remain filled with auspicious events. Now guys, when we talk about the Sagittarius moon sign natives, so guys, the first phase tend to remain filled with painful events. The second phase, when Saturn is transiting right over there on your moon sign, tend to remain filled with regular course of events. A lot many times Saturn gives some very practical life morals and lessons to the Sagittarius moon sign people in the second phase of their Sade Sati. And guys, third phase tend to remain very, very auspicious. If you have earned that, so trust me, if you have earned that success and those rewards, those material benefits, when Saturn was grilling you in the past 5 years, when it was there in your 12th house from the moon sign and right over there on your moon sign, then before finally leaving you from its clutches, it generally gives something very substantial. And the good part about the gifts which comes from Saturn is that we maintain it, we retain it. It never tend to remain volatile as compared to the things which we achieve from the influence of the fast moving planets. Now guys, for all the Capricorn moon sign people, so guys, in your case, definitely the first phase when Saturn is there in your 12th house from your moon sign tend to remain filled with regular course of events. The second phase when Saturn is transiting right over there on your first house is considered as very auspicious. A lot many times people who have remained lucky in elevating to position of power, getting those political seat or big royal favors is the theme when Capricorn moon sign natives are going through the second phase of their Sade Sati. And guys, the third phase generally tend to remain of very quick and rapid progress. So you must have got the cue if you are watching this video today in 2023. So that means for the Capricorn moon sign natives, guys, it's your ascendant lord, sorry, your moon sign lord as well, and it is there in your second house. Like you are right now in the third phase of your Sade Sati, which in the Shastras has been written as a time of very rapid progress. So try to make the best out of this golden time which you are currently going through. Now guys, for all the Aquarius moon sign natives, so guys, in your case, the first phase generally is considered as very painful, because this is the time when Saturn is trying to teach you some very hard lessons in the life of, you know, the importance of hard work, importance of sacrifice, importance of sacrificing your own happiness at the cost of providing to other people around you and working for some higher purpose. So the first phase tend to remain irrespective of the fact that Saturn has got a rulership over your moon sign. So first phase tend to remain kind of filled with painful events, but the second phase tend to remain of a time of progress. And let's say guys, for the third phase, it has been mentioned that this is a time which gives very regular course of results. Like as you have sown, so you will reap in the third phase of the Sade Sati. But yes guys, the second phase tend to remain very auspicious, very favorable. If your dashas are running favorable, your Lagan is also supporting it, Lagnesh is strengthened in the chart, and along with that, the second phase of Sade Sati can actually give you position and power. This is what in the in our scriptures has been mentioned. And lastly guys, for all the Pisces moon sign natives, so guys, in your case, as you can see that there is not much of the pain and misery which generally comes to the Pisces moon sign people, but yes, the first phase tend to remain filled with regular course of events. So that means depending and relying on your actions and your intentions, you will be rewarded or you will be punished, because guys, in any case, for your moon sign, Saturn has got the rulership of both the house of your gains and losses. So life is always kind of judging you with a weighing scale in the hand. So first phase tend to remain filled with regular course of outcomes. Second phase tend to remain very progressive when Saturn is transiting right over there on your moon sign, which means after 2025 time period could be very progressive for you. And the last phase, third phase, is also a time when events tend to remain bit regular, not very painful or not very supportive. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs on this concept of Saturn's Sade Sati. It is Saturday here, I am fasting today, so I have to make a video on the concept of Saturn, and I hope that this video remains to be very informational for you as well. So for further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.